Hi, good morning, all of you.
Good morning.
Good morning, Shavan.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. This is Hema from ISD Academy India Private Limited. I welcome you all on behalf of ISD Academy India Private Limited and PS Quality Certification. We are providing compliance knowledge through expert driven programs. Our mission is to provide top quality training to your staff, teaching skills that can be transferred realistically to the workplace. So our training is designed to suit your specific audience, incorporating your institution requirements and business ethos. We provide a better training courses designed and developed by the subject matter experts, taught by the best instructors in quality tools and practices. We deliver ISO certification training and auditing courses that will help your institution implement an effective quality management system. So today we have Mr. Satyanarayanan as the resource person for the webinar on ISO 21001-2018 Educational Organization Management System Awareness Session exclusively for the global educational players. So Satya, you can take over the session. Thank you.
Very good morning. It's been a very pleasure to meet you all once
Good
again.
morning.
Talking about the quality about education is always a very interesting thing and also a very uh, tedious process to define what is quality in education. We will be going to try to understand what's the definition of quality which we have been going to talk today on education. Before that, a small introduction about myself. I've been a Satyanarayana. I've been having 10 plus years experience, research experience in the field of education and technology, having conducted more than 1,000 sessions throughout India in different domains in the domain of safety, quality, psychology, and emerging technologies. And our team has been invented three emerging technological patterns, which has been useful for our society. This is a small introduction about myself. I've been very much pleased that PSQC and ISD Academy has been given this opportunity to meet you all in this 2 hours of webinar regarding ISO 21001. Before going into this ISO 21001, we have to understand why we have been talking about this ISO standards, because earlier, 2 years before 2018, we have been talking about ISO 9001, 2015, or maybe of 2008 for our educational sectors. But suddenly there is a shift. There is a shift that this ISO 21001 has became exclusive for us. Uh, by going in this session, what are will be the key takeaways from this session will be quality education for all. What is quality education for all? Then we will be going to see about education 5.0. What is education 5.0? Then ISO 21001 2018, how it is going to meet the global education standards and needs. The last one will be how we can able to implement in our organization. I firmly believe that it may be of any standard, ISO standard, or it may be of NAC standard. The main thing is it has to help for us in our day-to-day activities. My research papers, my research is been based on education in this part only, how the teaching and learning can be made lot more effective by using this kind of standards which we have been following in the industries. We will be following Kaizen, we have been following Lean, we have been following Six Sigma. How we can able to incorporate all the standards in our education. This my brief about my research for the past 10 years. Quality education for all, the UNESCO's principles. We have been got this fourth parameter is quality education for all. Before we're talking about a term called education for all, throughout the world we have been talking about education, the education for all. We have been talking about education for all, but now the shift, what it has been happened, it has been shifted that education for all is being provided. What about the qualities? What about the qualities we have been got? Education, are we providing a quality educations? So in this term, in this era, we have been talking about a term called quality in our education, quality in our teaching and learning, quality, the word quality. I just want to make this session an interactive one. I've been expecting your reflection. What is quality? First, we will see about the term called quality. Then we will move to what is quality in our education institutions. What is quality? You can able to put your reflections in your chat box. What is quality? What is a term called quality? Then we will shift about the quality education, because understanding this is such a tedious job for us. Once we have been understand what is quality education, what is quality, then we can able to move ourselves towards that. Any reflections? What is quality, my dear educators? Okay, we got few of the private messages. Okay. Okay, we have been got quality. What they have been told is quality is nothing but admitting. Quality is nothing but admitting or fulfilling. Okay, fulfilling the customer requirement. Okay, the next question here will be, who are our customers? Who are our customers? Apart from students, who are our customers? Okay, we have been told that fulfilling the customer requirement is a quality. How we are making sure that we are capturing the needs. We have been understanding the needs of our students before we have been designing our process. It may be of anything. It may be of a curriculum kind of forming, it may be of teaching, it may be of evaluation process. Are we gathering the interest of our customers? This may be the first point towards the quality. The term called quality education. The quality education, as I've been told, what is quality education? Quality education is one that is having a development sounds and educates the students in becoming active and productive members of society. The next definition has been saying that it provides the outcome need for individuals. If I've been a student, whether the needed outcomes can be able to fulfill it. And next one is the outcome needed for the communities, and very important, the society has to prosper. So the quality education to fulfill the individual, the community, and it has to evaluate, it has to prosper the society. It is known as a quality education definition, which has been given by UNESCO. And the last one is the UNICEF education, what is known as quality education. Quality education is one that helps them acquire basic literacy and numeracy, enjoying learning without fear. That's very important. Enjoying should be there. Learning should be there without fear and feel valued and include irrespective where they come from. These are some of the quality education, definitions of quality education, but it is not an end, or it is not has been fulfilled as of my perception. You have to have a look on in our institution what is definition of quality education as per our institution. Since if it is has been done, then we can able to make ourselves, this is our standard, what we have been telling a quality education in our geographical area, how we can able to attain it. Because 4 years back, whenever I've been doing a research on quality education, how we can able to improve the effectiveness and efficiency of teaching and learning process, the first thing came into my mind is regarding the quality education. Then I've been keep on searching what is quality education, but there are only few researchers, few research papers, few of our educators has been done a research on this. So I will look on it. What is quality education as of myself, and how we can able to define for our institution. The definition of quality education should be understood, and we have to evaluate. We have to evaluate our institution in which way, or now how we have been placed, what are the things I have to do to attain the quality education which is been prescribed by me. And also the another easiest way how we can able to define the quality education is we will be having lot of your national accreditation standards. They would have been defined, this is the quality education. Now, irrespective of the geographical condition, we are going to see about after this pandemic, the quality education definition of quality education is been totally changed. It's been totally changed. I hope you would have been agreed on it. This is one of the alarming figures for all of us. Yes or no? Almost 617 million students lack minimum proficiency in reading and mathematical statistics. It's been not the children who have been not went for school, but what they have been telling is that in this 617 million students, they have been put up in the schools. So what is quality education? So how we can able to incorporate all this in our day-to-day activities and also in our institution. Global rankings. Since it's a global webinar, we'll be going to see about the global rankings, global wide. They have been putting the universities rankings. The first one is QS rankings. The QS rankings for 2021 is going to be released. Then the Times Higher Education, the universities rankings, which is being released every year. The third one is Shanghai Ranking Consultancy. These are the three ranking systems which has been accepted globally. And what we can able to learn from this is there are two universities which are the oldest universities which has been right now in top 10 of this three type of ranking system. The first one is University of Oxford and Universities of Cambridge, which is having has been established before many institution has been started, but till now, till today, they have been providing the quality education. They have been in the race. They have been within the 10 marks, which are the 10 places, which is been released the type of global rankings accepted by globally. I just want help from you educators. What may be the reason that University of Oxford or University of Cambridge can able to sustain their learning and education process throughout these years? What may be the reason? Any quick reflections? Okay, that's always interesting to see about the institutions which have been making benchmarking. We can able to decode what are the good things they have been doing. Why not? We can able to implement it to our institutions. So try to decode the systems. Okay. Okay, I've been getting to a few of the answers. It's due to quality, staffs, infrastructure. Okay, that's good. We are going to see about how this ranking systems, which we have been talked about, this ranking system, three ranking systems, which has been accepted globally. What are the parameters? What are the parameters they have been assessing for this ranking system? The first parameter is academic reputations. The next one is employee reputation, faculty student ratio, citations, the citations for faculty, international faculty ratio, and international student ratio. These are some of the important parameters which I felt which has been common in all the universities rankings which they have been given. So making the things more common, parameters, what are the parameters for quality educations? If we have been talking about, if we have been talking going to talking about we have been going to talk about the quality education, we should give at the end of the session, you should have some parameters to measure your institution in which place we are. The first thing I have been told is you define the quality, what is quality education is, then you can able to match with that. Here I've been giving you a framework which has been consist of 7 parameters. The 7 parameters has been collected. It has been collected by a few of the journals, few of the institutions, universities which they have been running good, and also few of the international accreditation bodies which are the parameters they have been taking for the accreditation. The first one is policies and practice. Our institution is having a policies. The policy is redefined then and there in this global pandemic, whether our policy is being redefined as per the current scenario, and what's the practices towards our policy. The first parameters check out what's whether we are having a policies and our practices has been aligned to the policies or not. Now we have been you all have been attending this webinar. Some way this will be related to your policies, that attaining global knowledge towards the systems which it can be integrated, it can able to enrich our teaching and learning process. So what are the policies? Are we having a policy? If we are having a policy for your institution, make sure that what are the practices, daily practices, what are the process you are having, the process, all the process which it has been aligned to the policy or not. The first one is. The second one is resources. In this resources, I've been taking up all the resources which is being needed for our teaching and learning process. It may be of infrastructure, it may be of ICT, it may be of technological tool, it may be of a VR technologies, whatever may be. Are we having a resources for that? The third one is learner's profile. How about the learner's profile? Are we getting a diversified learners profile? Can be able to attract the peoples globally or nationally, or we are getting students from only a specific region? Why we can't able to scatter one? Why we can't able to grab the opportunities of the students in the other region? What's the need? What's the need and what the expectations of the global players? The next one is a faculty's knowledge, skills, and attitude. How our faculties has been having knowledgeable. All the faculties, all our educators have been so knowledgeable. There's no doubt in it. I'm also from your community, so I know that we have been always we are having the fashion towards teaching and learning. My biggest question and my biggest uh, threat is, are the institutions, our institutions are having a proper setup to convert our knowledge into skills in the over the time of 10 years or 15 years, how much skills we are expecting from our faculties who have been staying with us. Are we having a right training tool for that? What is a plan for that? So the faculty's KSA is very important. Institutional design and strategical view, policies we have been drawn, practices we have been put, the SOPs, strategies. Strategic planning is a very important thing, that who is going to do, how is going to do, where they are going to do, and what are the tools they are going to use for that. The strategy point of view, leadership point of view, here comes the leadership. We as the head of the department, principals, deans, we are the positions to develop the strategy towards the policies, when this thing has to be done, why this thing should not be done today. Have a strategy. Are we having a strategy? The next one is institutional leadership, very important. If our top level management is serious about this quality parameters, we keep on growing. We have been talked about this Cambridge universities, the top level management people has been always having a goal, always having eye towards the global requirement. What is the global requirement? They have been setting their global requirements. Yes, these are the things should be there. I think before 10 years before, they have been introduced a virtual reality type of laboratories in the real sciences. There is no need for a patient, or you should not wait for a patient to learn something. You go on 3D, virtual reality, augmented reality, then you can able to learn. So these are the things which we can able to assess the institutional leadership, and also roles, responsibilities, and authority of each of our employees. At least for the head of the departments, vice principals, in that level itself, the institutional leadership should have what are the roles, responsibilities, and authority. The last one is very important: open system thinking and change. Our system, our institution is been open system thinking, and we are being flexible for change, flexibility. Now in this pandemic, most of us, we have been faced, we have to forced to change, and very beautifully we all has been handled this pandemic, and most of our educators globally can able to render our service in spite of this pandemic. That's a flexibility. Are we having a flexibility? Are we having a plan for changes? These are the parameters. I can able to say 7 parameters is important to assess. Based on this, you can able to assess the quality of the education which we are having. The next one is very important thing. What is the shift is been we have been having? Shift from education 1.0 to education 4.0. Yes, education 4.0 is towards the learner centric, and it governs, and the learner is been having all the rights. He's been choosing the course online, and he govern his own academic and development towards his unique goals. Education 4.0 has been a hybrid methodology. It has been based on ICT based tools. It is based on LMS. Lot of courses been they have been providing, and we also as a institutions, after this new normal, we have been predicting surely this online education. We have been meeting today by online. It's one of the greatest gift after this pandemic. A lot of sessions we have been conducting throughout globally. I personally has been conducted a lot of sessions globally, at least to 12 countries. I've been had opportunities to attend a lot of webinars, gaining the knowledge how education process has been there, mm, how they have been preparing their institutions after this pandemic situation. What are the strategic planning? So my kind consideration is, take this education 4.0 shift pattern. This shift is very seriously. For that, we are going to see how this international standard is going to helpful for us. I will ask you a small reflection that how this Cambridge universities can able to maintain this quality standards. The biggest thing which I've been thinking is the process excellence. Yes, we are having policy, we are having strategy, we are having SOPs. Are we having a process excellence towards the process excellence? What is process excellence? Process excellence is purely depend on the process. It's never depends on a human or human driven. It is process driven. For example, if PSQC has been arranged this webinar today, if Satyanarayan has been not there, what are the things? What are the alternate things they have been having? If they are not having, it is the human driven. If they have been having, it may be a process. If Satyanarayan is there or not, this webinar will be conducted. The same thing, if we are having a process driven, your institution can able to keep on building blocks in that. Is the first point. The second important thing, how you can able to assess that whether my organization is being process driven or not is just by if a top level people, if a top level management people, so we is been sending a message, the same message without any editing, the same way, in the same direction. If it can able to go and reach the bottom of our employees, then I can able to say it is a process driven. If top level peoples is been having a time to think about the future plans, think about the strategies, then we can able to say our institution has been process driven. For that, we should have a process has to be laid down. We should have a policy. We should have a mission. Then we can able to say our institution is a process driven institution. My dear educators, I've been talking about education 4.0 but this education 5.0, it's been not too far away. Our technology is been growing in the exponential form. Mark this, by 2022, we are going to see about this education 5.0, problem solving and value creations. If I've been taking a class to a student, they say, what is education 5.0 is nothing but I have to state based on his associated knowledge. AI is going to take our part. Artificial intelligence. What artificial intelligence will going to do is it's going to give all the examples which has been related to his experience, to that student experience. So he can able to have associate learning. Now in this traditional way, in this online way, we may or may not be able to associate the student with this experience, but in this education 5.0, it will assess. And also I can able to tell you a very interesting thing. What artificial intelligence will do is it will take is visual, is kinesthetic experiential learning, or its auditory of the particular learner, and it will assess in which domain is in which domain he or she has been strong. So it can able to give the exercises, it can able to give the explanations which is been strong by the learner. If a learner has been strong by the hearing, most of the examples will be based on this sense. So be prepared for this education 5.0. That is my humble. And what are the challenges? We have been shown about the shift about in the the type of education 1.0 to education 4.0, and I've been talking about this education 5.0 and what are the challenges we have been going to have. These are the challenges. Challenges may be of academic flexibility, curriculum enrichment. We have to make our curriculum enrich. Student diversity will be there. Why not? A student from India will be attending a course at Melbourne, or a Malaysia, or a Sri Lanka. So there will be a student diversity in geographical area, and student diversity by the way they can able to attain from slow learners, from a quick learners, how we are going to make them understand, how we are going to differentiate them. Then student centric learning, it should always, it's going to be a student centric learning. What are the tools we are going to introduce? My humble submission to all the educators is, try to make your process, after this lockdown has been lifted, after your students has been coming, make sure student centered learnings, introduce few of the activities which has been towards the student centric, so that you can able to assess which are the tools I can able to use for this student centered learning, and use of clinical skill laboratory, stimulation based laboratory. After this I can able to show you a small video how how virtual reality has been integrated into our learning process. Use of ICT by teachers, use of ICT by teachers may be an option, but now it may be a compulsion one. How effective we are be using, how efficiently we have been using. Teachers trained has to be trained in the e-course, and provision of mid-course improvements. Yes, if we have been framed a course for 3 months or 6 months or 1 year, we have to have a provision for mid-course improvement, or mid-course, the mid-course we have to change the syllabus or curriculum based on the learner's needs. These are the education revolutions and changes we have to see and we have to experience. My humble submission is, are we prepared for that? Are we going to be prepared for that? This ISO 21001:2018, before seeing this, I can able to show you a small video regarding this virtual reality, how this virtual reality is being used in our day-to-day learning process. Can you able to see the screen?
Yes, Satya, we can.
Yes, thank you. I hope you have been enjoyed the virtual tool for our teaching and learning process. This is the shift from education 1.0 to 4.0. Surely in the coming days, we will be seeing a lot of changes which has been towards this education 5.0. So what this ISO 21001:2018 is going to do with our educational standard is very interestingly, until 2018, all of our educational institutions, we have been using only ISO 9001 for our quality assessment process. But in Sambo, because ISO 9001 is a standard which has been common for all of the sectors. It may be of industries, it may be of education, all the sectors they have been used. It is a common standard. We very unfortunately, as educators, as institutions, we have been not having that liberty to take a standard which has been exclusive for us. Why ISO 9001 is not going to enough for us? Because we can't, in many situations, we can't able to see, or we can't able to take our students as a customers, because there the customer view is different. Here the our customers, which we have been telling is our learners, is entirely different. So we are having a lot of process, from syllabus curriculum formation to evaluation process, whether it has been addressed or not, may or may not be. How we are going to conduct, how we are being going to conduct our internal assessments, how we are going to make our educators skill competencies, it is may or may not be addressed, it is been not addressed there. How we can able to increase the journal publications of our institutions, what is the standard for that? It's been not talked there because it's a common standard. But very fortunately, we got the standard called ISO 21001:2018, Educational Organization Management Standard, exclusive for our education sector. So after year after, whenever you have been going for any kind of quality assessment or ISO certificate for your institutions, make sure you have been going for this standard. Why? It is world-class learning. It can able to provide you, once this been integrated in your educational institution, you can able to give the world-class learning experience. Yes, because the standard has been for global. Once we have been meeting this standard, I can able to give a world-class experience to my learners. Next one is embedding destructive technologies in the process. Yes, as I've been told you, it's one of the destructive technologies, virtual reality. There is opportunities, because what they'll be asking is, what is the continuous improvement you have been done? Last year, 2021, you have been got certification. They'll be coming for the reassessment. The top level management people also know the values of it. So a lot of technological integrations will be there. And very important, monitoring, measurement, analysis, and evaluation will be there. What are the process to be monitored? What are the process to be measured? What are the process to be analyzed? And what are the process to be evaluated? If we have been shifted this, if I've been doing a measurement in the process which need only monitoring, I may be losing money is there. I may be spending my man hours, which is not fruitful, which is not needed. So whenever you have been implementing this standard, you can able to put a monitoring, measurement, analysis, and evaluation, which are the places you can able to exactly system. And some more to the measurement for the learners who have been inside and those who have been absent. That's it. Their analysis and evaluation is being done after we have been getting the papers. So make sure that it's one of the example. Make sure that are we having towards the development for your know strength, weakness, opportunities, and challenges of your process. Things I have developed for next. These are the areas which the millions of our students can able to be benefited. That's my one of the key goal of this webinar has been accepting the PSQC invitation towards most and more. Always our institution should have this methodology of most and more. What is most and more? We have easy process of interacting activities. Our institutions, once you have been implemented this ISO 2001, we will was systems to have very system. Now we would have been getting and the next one is we have been talking about we have been going to correct action. I've been expecting your reflections in the chat box. You can able to put your reflections in the chat box too. What is corrective action and what is preventive action? The first thing is, whenever we have been taking a corrective action, preventive action is nothing but most of the times we would have been taken that this thing, if there is a error in our evaluation system, if there is a error in our syllabus formation, if there is a small error in evaluating the student, the same mistake should not be happen in the future. It is a preventive action. The same thing, the preventive action does not stop there. What it means is the same type of mistake at evaluation should not be done at any end of my institution, at any of my department. It's known as preventive action. Corrective action, what's the step? We have been taken immediately after the deviation is a corrective action. But coming to the preventive action, make sure the same type of deviation should not be done at any of my department, and any of my staff should not repeat the same things. If it has been there, then we can able to say we have been moving from towards most and more. The next one is differentiate between effectiveness and efficiency. What is the need for the award, whether it is efficiency or whether it has been effectiveness? At the end of the webinar, in this webinar, you can able to tell your reflection. I've been getting few of the reflections in my private chat box. Okay, coming to our international standard 21001, we have been shown lot of things. This industry 4. This education 4.0. What are the hurdles we have been having on, and what is the need for the R? Here we are going to have a quick outlook what it can able to give, how this system is going to feed us the important qualities which is being required for us. The first one is contest of the organization. In this contest of organization, you are going to understand the internal parties. You are going to understand the internal parties of your institution, internal interested parties and also the external interested parties. Why I have to understand, or why I have to have a look, why I have to have a record of interested parties is nothing but we have to know the expectations of the interested parties. In interested parties, very interestingly, your competitors will be added. I have to know what my competitors has been expecting from me, what the learners is being expected from me. For that, what are the systems I have to have, what are the resources I have to have, whether I've been having a resource or not. So in this we are going to see, first and foremost, we are going to capture the interested parties. The next one is we are going to have a scope for us. This is our boundary. Based on our strength, based on our geographical area, you will be setting the boundary for yourself. It all the things will be recorded in this contest of organization. Then comes very interestingly, it is leadership. Fifth class is being defined as leadership. What is leadership? Leadership, here the you leadership, the prime responsible of leadership is going to define the policy for your institution. Policy defining, you can able to say, sir, already we have been defined, already we have been defining the policy. Why again I have to define the policy? There we may be done the policy descriptions, policy written, keeping in the mind of the current scenario. But here what they have been telling, they have been having a very visionary goal which has been matching to the UNESCO, which I have been told you, quality education for all. Here you are going to define the policy based on that. For policy defining itself, they have been asking us that these are the least requirement we should have. These are the least requirement we should have to define the policy. Whether if there is a second wave, are we going to have the education and teaching continuity? What's the thing it's been defined in the policy? Very important thing, the policy definitions. The next one is communicating the policy. Yes, I've been defined the policy. As a leader, I've been defined the policy. My employees or my stakeholders have been aware of it. They knows. Uh, I think 2 days back, I've been into one of the webinars regarding this quality education to one of the international client. I've been shown the quality policy which has been written by their institution, but very unfortunately, my dear educators, they can't be able to identify that it is our quality policy. So it's not the case. It should not be the case. While the leaders has been describing, while they have been describing the policy, it has to be a brainstorming sessions with the management peoples, and it has to be communicated. The next one year, the class 5, what has been saying is roles, responsibilities, and authority. My next reflection, I've been expecting a reflection is, I have a note of it. Think it in such a way that our employees, currently we have been having persons whom we have been working on, whom they have been working under us, are their roles, responsibilities, and authorities has been predefined. They know whether they know their key performance indicators, what are the authority they have been given, whether they have been aware of it, and make a note of it. What is difference between responsibility and authority, my dear educators? Because most of the time what we have been doing is we have been thinking responsibility and authority is the same. It is not so. Once we have been defined responsibility and authority in a very right way, we can able to save more number of time towards the upliftment of our process. These are the things we can able to see in the 5th class. 6th class has been planning. It's one of the very beautiful class, I can able to say. One of the very beautiful class. Why? Because you are going to analyze, you are going to forecast, and also you are going to make the risk. You are going to see the risk in your process. SWOT analysis or SWOT analysis, we have been saying, it is being done by you. It is not done by any consultant or any persons. It has to be done by you, not as an institution way. It has to be done for you on for each and every department, each and every process. Risk identification. Once the risk has been identified, for example, if we have been saying in this X and Y department, the staff turnover ratio is little bit higher, or the teaching, the student satisfaction has been very less. How we are going to handle this? This may be one of the risks. How I've been going to handle this? This risk, once the risk has been captured, the next important thing for us is how we are going to convert this risk into the opportunity. It is one of the measuring the risk, and we have been going to identifying, and we have been making our process, our risk into the opportunity. The next one is, are we prepared? Are we prepared for change? Change, now we have been talking about the post-COVID, uh, or the new normal. Are we flexible for changes? If there is a change, for example, if you have been saying that the classes will be held 3 days here and 3 days in the online, whether it is been communicated to all my stakeholders. First thing, before that, before taking this planning of changes, are we ready for that? If I've been saying that, because in this pandemic, I've been associated with a few of the institutions, global institutions, they have been conducted online examinations. But as we have been expected, this online examinations is not a very big hit for all of us. Lot and lot of queries, a lot of things has been happened on this online examination. We have been thought that online examination will be same of online teaching, but somehow it's not gone in a right way. Whenever we have been going to change a process or we have been going to change anything, we are going to evaluate what are the resources which is being needed for that. Are we having that resource? If are we not having a resource, then plan, then implement that resource, then go for that change. How beautiful it is. It's going to be a beautiful class. As of in my perception, it has been going to one of the very beautiful class. The next one is the resource. Yes, here the resources is made of human resource, is made of administrative resource, it's made of skill development. Here this class has been talking about the appraisals modes and all, how we are going to capture the competency of your teachers, how we are going to make your teachers a capable person, competency person. What are the skill building? For example, if you have been going to give a faculty development program, how you are going to make this faculty development program outcomes in your course outcomes or program outcomes, or how we are going to link with this program specific outcomes. After the training, what are the skills you have been expected and what are the skills the tutor, the educator has been got. Very important. And also the communication process, very vital role. How, what are the mode and what are the level of communications you have been having and you have been planned. If a word has been missing, has been not coming to your college for the past 3 days, what level of communication is being required? If a word has been not well, if a word, the student, the learner has been not well, he is sick, what the level of communication we have to have in that case? If there is a emergency situation, if there is a fire alarm has been raised in my institution, what the level of communication I have to give to all my stakeholders? It has to be well defined. The next one is a documented information, the documents for all of the things which we have been talking on. It may be of roles, it may be of responsibilities, everything it should be documented and it has to be updated then and there. The next comes fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. We have been talking about the administrative process. Now comes our process of academic, how we are going to have a learner centric. If learner centric towards our learners, what are the experimental methods and what are the new methods we have been going to introduce and how we have been measured that new way which we have been introduced. It does not stop there. It's been talking about the additional requirement of special needs education, special needs students. Whenever I've been going for this audit, whenever I've been going for this training, some of the institutions, they have been well prepared for this special needs students also. That's a very important and very surprising things. But they may not be having the special needs students, but they have been prepared for that, saying that we are encouraging this kind of students also to be the part of our learning curve. Yes, it's not that we got the persons, then I can able to go for the needs which is being required for them. We can able to create the needs, such as the basic needs, so that we can able to attract the special needs students also. And also user friendly curriculum. Here, very importantly, there will be a BOS, there will be the academic council will be there. What this standard has been asking is, there is a BOS, okay, there is a board of studies, there is academic council is been going to approve the syllabus which we have been farming. And if you have been affiliated to any university, that case is different. I can able to address this case first. What they have been saying is, what are the outputs? How you are going to give the outputs to your BOS team? How we are going to capture the inputs? It's not output, sorry, it's the inputs to your BOS team. Are we asking the students who have been already, who have been finished, your alumni, whether we have been having the inputs, how we are going to give the inputs to the peoples of board of study members? They can able to have a very vast experience, but in this campus, in this geographical campus, in these resources, whether the syllabus which have been framed by themselves is being effectively, it is being handled, whether the student is been expecting the same, or whether the student is been expecting somewhat different. So always have a good practice as per the standard. What they have been asking is, give inputs to board of studies. I've been a part of board of studies to 7 institutions. Whenever I've been there, I will ask, give us the inputs. What student has been asking, what your alumni peoples has been telling us, and what your teachers, very important, what our educators input based on this curriculum, what they have been, what they are expecting, then we can able to prepare that. And also very importantly, whenever we have been affiliated to any universities, we will be having a very little scope. Yes, we will be having a very little scope on curriculum building, but here the standard is what they have been asking is, how you are going to deliver the curriculum which is been given by the your university. What are the methods you have been going to follow? Very interestingly, how we are being going to satisfy your peoples. The next one is external players. External players is nothing but the external persons, the external agencies which we may be depending on. In this, for example, in this webinar, we have been depending on the external players of the internet connection, the Zoom peoples. So they are our external peoples. Like that, in our learning process, we will be having a lot of external players will be playing a very important role. For example, some of the institution I've been shown that LMS, learning management system, has been maintained by the third party. The data management, it has been managed by the third party. Okay, so their facility is being taken care by a third party. How much control we are having, whether they know the significance, importance of the role. If they have been absent, for example, if our service people has been absent, how we have been going to handle it? All this has been based on the external players. The next one is the preservation. Properties belonging to the interested parties. What this standard has been asking, it has been asking about the preservations from your project, and very important to our original documents. How we are ensuring that, if you have been talking about the project, we have to tell that how many years or how many months we'll be going to retain the project which has been done by the final year students, or how much time we are going to store your data. It's everything has to be there in a well written format, so all the interested parties, all the stakeholders should know about this. The next one is data security. Very important nowadays. The data piracy. After this pandemic, there was a lot of things we have been talking about. This ISO 27001 about the data security, ISO 20000, a lot of things. A lot of people has been talking about this data security. Make sure that your data is been safe, and also it has been transparency. Whenever it is been required, it can be in a ready mode. So make sure the data is being secure in your institutions. What are the steps you have been taken for this? These are the important things which this class has been asking. I've been just talking about the important parameters which has been related to us. Apart from this, there are lot of things, micro level things which we can able to talk on when we can able to go the standard in a deep, which we can able to implement the standard. The next one is performance evaluation. In performance evaluation, we are going to, once the academic and administration process has been set up. We are the ninth class has been going to do our performance evaluation. Everything has been set, everything has been going on. Whether it has been going on a right direction or not, I've been going to monitor, measure, analyze, and evaluate. Analyzing and evaluation of all learners, Bloom's taxonomy, in what level they have been there, whether they have been in the, whether their remembering understanding has been good, whether we have to go for the third, fourth, and fifth circle. So they have been talking about the Bloom's taxonomy in this ninth performance evaluation class. And next one is the internal checks and the feedbacks. Once monitoring has been done, one evaluation and analysis has been there, the next one is the internal audit. Internal audit and management review. What is internal audit? Internal audit we can able to do once in a year, at least once in a year, at least once in a year. In India, whenever we have been talking about the SNAC, we'll be going for the AAA audit, academic and administration audit. The same way in this ISO, you can able to club both of the thing, and also you can able to do the best practice is 6 months once in a semester, go for this audit. You can able to do audit internally itself. There we have been going to see what are the things as we prescribed, whether it has been done or not. If it has been not done, will be going to discuss in the management review meetings, and we'll be going to take what are the deviations has been there. We will be going to inform this to our top level management peoples, and they will be going to take the necessary step according to it. The last class is the improvement class. In improvement class, once the non-conformance is being identified, we have been going to take the immediate action. We have been going to take the immediate action. There is a deviation. We have been told that this subject has to be taken for 45 hours, but due to non-availability of staff, or the staff has been found that syllabus or that course is very easier, so they have been finished in 30 hours. There is a deviation, there is a non-conformity. How we have been going to make it right? Then and there you have to take the corrective action, and then you have been going for preventive action. So like that, the corrective action will be taken on, and also the continual improvement in process. That's a very important thing, my dear educators. At least once in a year, if you have been going for this, as an internal team also, you have to assess what is the improvement we have been done for this 2021 year in my department, or in my teaching skills, in my learning skills. What are the new tools I have been introduced in my teaching? Last year, we have been introduced Pogon. This year, what is the tool I've been going to introduce? What is the result of introducing this tool? So your process has to be, the continual improvement has to be there. The next one is benchmarking. Benchmarking is nothing but, yes, I've been satisfying the university requirements, but there is another person, another competitor who's been doing very good. What are the things I can able to benchmark from them? For example, I can able to see last month, when I've been gone for an audit, I saw one of the institution, what they've done is they have been captured quick learners. They have been captured quick learners, and they have been given the access for online tools and online education. They have been telling them, the quick learners, that apart from this academic, it is your choice to finish this two online course which is being given by our central government. So analyzing, and they have been finding them, and also what they have been doing is they have been making a peer near concept. They have been assigning this student, this third year student, to the second level, to the second year student which has been having a slow learners. So these are some of the benchmarkings we can able to implement. We can able to implement for our betterment of our institution. The next one is stages of ISO 21001. What all will be the stages? First one will be the gap analysis. Once the gap analysis is nothing but we have been going to see what are the gaps which I've been told, whether there is a policy is there. Yes, there is a policy.
whether the policy has been implemented in the right way or not. These are the things will be there, the gap analysis. The next one is the documentation. What are the gaps? So we have to fill, they have to fill the gaps. Gaps will be done based on the documentation, and these are the things has to be done. These are the things has to be done in this way. Once this documentation has been done, we'll be going for implementation point of view. Yes, in our day-to-day activities, I've been going to implement these are the activities, and these are the things I have to follow in my routine. Once this documentation implementation will be done, we'll be having an internal audit. Internal audit, our educators, as a team, we'll be auditing our system. Yes, these are the requirement in this ISO 21001. They are asking for a policy, they are asking for the objective. Yes, we are having all this as per the requirement. Then we will be calling a third person for certification purpose. So these are the stages of this ISO 21001. Once we have been implemented this education organization management standard, we can able to see instead of this organizational chart, whenever we are putting our organizational chart, or whenever we have been talking about our communication system, most of the institutions will be following the first pictogram, whether it has been right or not. But once you have been implemented this educational organizational management system, you will be going for the pictures where what I've been thinking, what I've been expecting from you. We should work as a mandalas. The right side we can able to see. The right side we can able to see business A or organization A or B, we may be following right now. But once this EOMS has been implemented in a right way, your organizational will function in this way in mandala. So there will be a connection between each of your process, each of the things. People will feel that oneness. People will know why I've been doing this, why I've been setting this paper, why I've been evaluating this paper, what is the importance of this, why I have to make a right entry. And also not only our teachers, our learners also know the importance of them, importance of this process. So everything will evaluate in the process. We will enjoy to be in the mandalas. Once this mandalas is being implemented, as I've been told you, we are going for most and more, which is known as process excellence. These are some of the resource books which are being taken for this webinar. I can able to share with you all. These are the few things, resource books which have been referred for this webinar. You can able to take a note of it. You can able to take a picture. Okay, as we have been promised on 10 o'clock, quality education for all. Now we may know. I can able to think, or I can able to say that I've been stimulated what is quality education. The next one is education 5.0. What's the importance? We have been shown what is the importance of this education 5.0. Next one is why this ISO 21001 is being need comparing to ISO 9001. And next one is this, the fourth one we have been not done. The last one is ISO 21001 2018 implementation roadmap we have been shown. Thank you, my dear national builders. Always aspire, transform, and inspire, aspire for higher things, higher process excellence. Make the transformation within us, within our system, within our department, within our institution. That transformation is going to be the inspiration for all and many institutions, and also to our learners. Let inspire more and more learners. Let make a policy that our education is been quality. We have been delivering a quality education for the learners to make our globe a strong one for all of us. Thank you on behalf of all. It's been a very great session for me. Whenever, if you have been having any queries, you can able to post The next 5 minutes is for you. Any queries regarding this? Are okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Satyanarayanan, for the wonderful session. So thank you, participants, for your participation today. So here I have shared a Google review feedback link. So please share your feedback, and the feedback form link for e-certificate. Kindly fill the feedback form. And our next complimentary webinar on Jan 27, and the topic is green. So next complimentary webinar on Jan 27. The topic is a greenery revolution in educational institutions by Green Audit Evaluation as per NAAC criteria. You can see the link for registration. And for 2021, we have another initiative from ISDE Academy. So it's quality partner for 1 year at no cost terms. That is a quality education for all is our vision. Quality education is essential to the development of a nation to protect the interest of the country and of the world as a whole. So to contribute to UNESCO's sustainable goal, quality education for all, we ISDE as a part of our corporate social responsibility, we are pleased to enhance the educational quality of institutions by joining hands with educational institution as a quality partner for next 1 year with no cost terms and keeping only quality in mind. So by joining hands with 10 educational institutions as a quality partner for 2021 with no cost terms, I'll be hereby sharing the link for the registration. So you can register your institution with us. We will be your quality partner for 1 year with no cost terms. It's completely free. So this is the MOU link. You can register your institution with us. So this is our new initiative for 2021. A quality partner for 1 year at no cost terms. Our vision is quality education for all. We ISDE, as part of our corporate social responsibility, we are pleased to enhance the educational quality of institutions by joining hands with educational institution, a quality partner for next 1 year with no cost terms and keeping only quality in mind. So you can register your institute with the following link. Kindly fill the feedback form link for the e-certificate and please give us a Google review feedback rating also. And please register with us for our next complimentary webinar on Jan 27, 2021 on Greenery Revolution in an Educational Institution by Green Audit Evaluation as per NAC criteria. So our upcoming lead auditor training, webinar training by Jan 22, 23, 28, 29 and 30. It's a lead auditor webinar training course for ISO 21001-2018 on educational organization management system. On successful completion, you will be certified as a qualified lead auditor for educational organization management system from TUV Sood South Asia Limited. So you can see the registration link for that training as well.
Ma'am, good morning. Hello.
So another initiative from ISD Academy in 2021, a quality education for all is our vision. To contribute UNESCO sustainable goal, quality education for all, we as a part of our corporate social responsibility, we are pleased to enhance the educational quality of institution by joining hands with 10 educational institutions as a quality partner for next 1 year with no cost terms and keeping only quality in mind. So you can see the registration link for that MOU link.
May I know what kind of a benefit through MOU which you are going to provide?
Yes, Satyanarayanan, can you please explain?
Sir, very good morning.
Morning, sir.
As they have been told that the initiatives is being organized by ISD. I've been not much aware of it, but I will tell what are the things they have been initially discussed with me. It's nothing but they have been working on the processes. They can able to tell you how to lay the processes. The next one is they will be a part of your IQAC team. And also they will tell that what are the strengths and weakness in each of your departments. And then they can able to give you a roadmap about the implementations. These are the things initially they have been told. I think they have been not aware of it, sir, much aware of it. You can able to fill that form and you can able to be in contact with them.
Please contact personally, sir. We will be guiding you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Satyanarayanan.
Thank you, Emma. Thank you. Thank you all.
For further clarification on any of these, you please contact me.